Excuse me.
Who are very young people on the stage is because in the civil rights movements, they were all led by the youth. The young people took the reins and made the difference and led the marches and led the movement. So what Ms. Richards wanted to do was put some of our young leaders out in front of this new movement for social change and for justice and equality.
During the Civil Rights era, marches were planned congruently with legal battles against local, state, and federal government. Such battles were fought by our best and brightest legal minds, Thurgood Marshall, Charles Hamilton Houston, Fred Gray, and so on. And from those battles, we were given landmark legislation. The overturning of Plessy, Brown versus Board, influencing the Civil Rights Acts of 64, 65, 68. Hopefully you all know the story. However, what King was able to provide with those marches was more than a demonstration that overturned the cold hearts of this nation. With every aspect of the civil rights movement and the brutality being done against black people simply because of the color of our skin, and to see that We were a peaceful people going up against what they imagined was, monstrous mindsets and monstrous people even. So with that, without such savviness, I apologize, marching is but a waste of shoe leather. And I'm trying to hurry because of the rain. And although I'm aware that there is congruently within this nation and congruently with these marches, the indirect action seeking to prosecute Zimmerman federally under civil rights charges, I personally, given the circumstances, despite the eloquent yet pacifying words of our esteemed Attorney General and our President, I do not see that occurring. But even if it does occur, that still does not solve the underlying problems. It would not fix the unjust laws, and neither does it have the power to eradicate them. That yet and still is a long uphill battle. But I will say that throughout our history, we should come to realize that there is no such thing as black-on-black crime. It's called poor-on-poor crime.
That's right.
And black people in America are the most impoverished people in this country.
Say it.
And it is not without our struggle, and it's not because that we haven't tried all throughout history to succeed economically and definitely politically. During the late 1800s, after slavery, during the Reconstruction period, we had amassed in the federal bureaus, in the trust funds, some calculations of approximately $5 billion in equivalence to the money today. Imagine what black people could do with that money today, with the right education. Soon after that, if you hear about, or if you heard about in history, the Tulsa riots of 1921, where in Durham, North Carolina, Tulsa, Oklahoma, and many other black cities all across this nation, we had very strong economic foundations. And specifically in Tulsa, which was also called Black Wall Street, it was destroyed by jealous hearts and envious mindsets. Answers we had there.
I challenge you to be political, to be aware of what we're doing in Alabama. If we know we are black people and only a few amount of us, if we can get 100 more people to vote in different counties, we can make a change. And that's how we're going to do it. We're going to make a change through the political system. We're going to make a change doing what we have to do and telling our kids that the next step is not violence. Its next step is education from the ground up. Amen. And I want to leave this question with you today. What is the value of black in America?
preaching out here, you know. I'm preaching out here, you know. My word is gathering peacefully like this, gathering in unity like this, showing them that we're not violent, but we can have a good time like this. A few more days, and we can get some justice in America. Amen? When we look at the case, I don't want anybody confused about it. Everybody, I'm tired of everybody trying to make every issue about race. I know some of y'all may disagree, but it's time for us to stop allowing somebody else to define how we address issues. If we didn't say it's about race because George Zimmerman is not white, he's Hispanic, and then how could you testify, how could you define, how could you get on your media stations and say that we said it's about race? No, you said it's about race. So evidently you must know something that we don't know. Until we get to a point to where we stop looking at our differences and look at our similarities, all of us should be looking at these children up here. I thank God for what I seen today, because I just texted my brother and told him I seen something remarkable just happen in Montgomery. And what I seen was people that wasn't trying to get out front of the march. I seen people that wasn't trying to get out in front and grab the mic. I seen people that were holding signs and saying, I'm a mother, and I'm standing for Trayvon Martin, because that could have been my child too. One of the things that we got to look at, and I want y'all to hear, is that the law enforcement out there really shocked me and surprised me. And I think it's real peculiar for me to say what I'm about to say, much as I go against y'all and fight y'all, address y'all about accountability and transparency. The City Police Department of Montgomery helped form this mob. The chief met with the leaders, Reverend Wagner, Dr. Richards, and all them, and said, we're going to help because as y'all trying to stand for justice, we in the blue uniforms, we are to protect justice, and we can't say what y'all can say. What we got to look at in Montgomery is we got too many killings amongst our own. Last time I looked at the count, William Boyd was calling me and he was trying to do something about stop the violence. What we should be looking at here is not only do we want them to take it to the Federal Civil Rights Division about what happened with Trayvon Martin, but we want to stop the violence, period. And we got to first stick in our own house. There is power. Go ahead. In the name of Jesus. To break every